all the way from Maida Vale in London. Lawrence.
Hi, Mark.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Good stuff. Okay, it's been a while since we've spoken, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been a few years, hasn't it, now?
It has, mate, yeah. And, well, thank you very much for making the effort and doing this for us.
It's no trouble. It's just down the road for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I would rather have you in the studio here with me, but I know it's just a bit of a faff, innit, coming all this way.
We couldn't afford to come to Manchester.
No, well, hopefully when the album just goes through the roof, then you'll be able to do exactly that, mate. I tell you what, with you being so far away, I can't see you, obviously. You always wear a hat, a great hat. So what are you wearing at the moment?
A hat.
What kind of a hat?
The usual one.
The baseball cap?
Yeah, the baseball cap.
Oh,
yeah.
so that's a class baseball cap, that, mate.
Thank you.
It's just with it being very cold. I know you sometimes wear that big furry thing as well. Don't you?
Yeah, I didn't wear the fur coat today.
No.
It needs dry cleaning.
It needs dry cleaning, right, okay. All right, mate, so you're going to do a medley for us to begin with, aren't you? So
Yeah.
what 3 songs are you going to do?
So we're going to do 3 tracks on the new album. Anagram of We Sold Apes. Zelda's in the Spotlight. Then running into Knickers on the Line by 3 Chord Fraud.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, we'll have a proper chat later, Lawrence, but get to the medley for us now. Thank you.
Thanks.
Just wonderful. That was Go-Kart Mozart live in session with the medley Anagram, Zelda and Knickers. And I say, Lawrence, you got that band well drilled there.
Yeah, is that the army?
Oh, I'm not at all surprised. Sounding so great. We'll come back to you and we'll have a chat in a short while, but thank you. So, I've just been sent a photograph very kindly of you lot in the studio there at Maida Vale, and I can tell you, not the last time I went in there, but the time before that, we're going back a long time again, David Bowie was stood pretty much where you are, Lawrence.
Wow.
Are you a big fan of Bowie?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, there you go. Maybe the vibes will just creep up your monkey boots and up your trousers and up to your baseball cap. That'd be nice. You don't need it, though. You're great. And so would you like to introduce your bandmates, please?
Yeah, we've got Terry Miles on various keyboards.
Hello, Terry.
Lots of them. And vocals, lots of singing as well.
Yeah.
And then Ralph Phillips is playing drums.
Brilliantly.
Hey.
Hello.
And Rusty Stone is on fretless bass.
Fantastic. Okay, well, what song are you going to do next for us?
We're going to do another track from our brand new album that's available on the 23rd of February in vinyl with a big free poster.
Great.
And everyone should buy it.
Absolutely.
And this track's called Relative Poverty.
Thank you.
I'm living in relative poverty. I'm living on a tenner a day. Goodness gracious, a tenner a day. I'm living in relative poverty. I'm living on a tenner a day. Goodness gracious, a tenner a day. I'm living in relative poverty. A wop-bop-a-lula, a tenner a day. Take a look at your doorways, curled up on the floor. You'll see men with no future. It was wiped out in the war. British, soft brass, 1, 2, bugger all. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm living in relative poverty. A wop-bop-a-lula, a tenner a day. Solo. A tenner. Please, sir, can I have some more? I'm living in relative poverty. I'm living on a tenner a day. Goodness gracious, a tenner a day. I'm living in relative poverty. Goodness gracious, a tenner. I want Bopalula, a tenner. Please don't take my tenner away. 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 Soldier in a doorway. A tenner.
Just brilliant. Go-Kart Mozart live in session. That is relative poverty. So, Lawrence,
Uh-huh.
you know, I don't know anybody else who can portray such a kind of serious and downbeat message in such an upbeat pop way. Relative poverty. So how much of that is actually based on your circumstances, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, gosh. We'd be here all night, Mark, I tell you.
Right, go on.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to
It's
start.
it's true, and then the verse is social comment. It's about me and and social commentary on top, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of half true. Let's call it a half truth.
Right, okay, mate, fair enough. And you know, and also, but you are very, very, very honest. I saw you doing a Q&A, I mentioned this to you before, with Dave Haslam a good few years ago when the last album came out. And I was just astonished by your honesty, and it also comes across in your lyrics as well. And also, you've got the song When You're Depressed.
Yes.
Which is a very brave thing to write as well. So, did you have any kind of reservations about being so frank about what's going on with you?
I mean, When You're Depressed is like a kind of almost like a self-help manual for, you know, people who are down. We all get down and depressed. I would say that I don't suffer from depression, but I've been down. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about me when you're depressed. It's kind of like about it's a way of maybe helping some people through, you know, with putting it right in front of their face, because usually songs like that are couched in metaphor, and this is kind of right in your face, black and white. You know, it's like a description of what happens when you're feeling depressed. And I hadn't heard anyone put it in such sort of black and white terms before. I'd heard it as a kind of poem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know.
The Black Hills and that kind of stuff. But this, I thought, yeah, this is kind of, it's almost like a self-help manual in song form.
Yeah, okay, man. I know exactly what you mean, because I mean it's often quite a flowery way to kind of get across the message, isn't it? When people address topics such as depression like that.
Aye, exactly. But I wouldn't say it's about me. Yeah. I've been down, but not depressed.
Okay, all right then. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. I am glad to hear. Well, not that you're down, but obviously you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And so, the Anagram of We Sold Apes. What's that about? What's the backstory to that one?
It's kind of like the kind of clue that you'd never really have in a crossword in the anagram section. I tried to think of the most bizarre clue that there could possibly be, and I thought Anagram of We Sold Apes. You know, if you've seen it in like a crossword puzzle. Yeah,
okay. And now, now I'm treading carefully here. Is there an anagram of We Sold Apes? And if it's clean, can you tell us?
Yeah, I've never done it. I can't bother to do it, but I'm sure that fans will bombard us with them when they buy the album. I'm pretty sure of that.
They need to go and buy an anagram solver as well, don't they, when they get the album?
What's that?
I don't know. It's just a gadget you can stick on your phone. I would imagine there's gadgets for everything now. And also, it was only last week that, and I didn't even know this, it was a few weeks ago before that, actually, that somebody told me that Big Ship, which I've been playing on this programme, along with other tracks from the album, was actually a Cliff Richard cover version from the 60s, was it?
Yeah, I think 69 Cliff did it, and I think he had a minor hit with it. I don't think it was a big hit at all.
Well, I'd never heard it, but I didn't know he'd done it.
No, it's not one of his congratulations type of songs. It's like I think Cliff used to release like a single every 2 months. I think there's hundreds of them, and that was one that didn't hit. And I don't know why it's such a great pop song. So on the album, we've done 2 cover versions. We've done Big Ship and the Roger Whittaker song. You know,
which one's that?
The Roger Whittaker one.
Yeah.
New World in the Morning.
New World in the Morning. Yeah. Do you know what? I forgot what it's called.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
New World in the Morning.
Yeah, of course. Well, we actually did play that a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah, because we did it for a Record Store Day free single, and you know we've done like a different version for the album. It's a different mix.
Okay.
So we did. I wanted to put like on side 1 and side 2 a cover version on each side.
Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I remember we were talking a long time ago, and you told me that you thought there was going to be regardless of when it came out, there was going to be a Christmas song on the album, which isn't there, is it?
No, there was we did 20 songs for this album.
Right, well, 17 on there, isn't there?
Yeah, and I took some of them off because it was simply too long, you know, it was, I had to, and the Christmas song suffered because I thought, I want people to play this song at the height of summer. And if they're playing, say, side 2, and the Christmas song comes up, they're going to go over to the record player and, you know, take it off because it's not the right season to play a Christmas song.
Right. Okay.
And I thought it's going to really disturb the album, and it's going to stop the flow of it. People will only play it in December, etc. So we took it off, and it's going to be on the mini album that's coming out in September.
Oh, right, okay. You're dangling carrots for new records already, are you?
Oh, yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, you've probably heard the story before about Slade recording their big Christmas hit, and they recorded it in a sweltering New York in the summer.
Right.
And so and people were walking past them singing "Here It Is, Merry Christmas" when it was the middle of June. So
I think we recorded our Christmas song in January, February, March, every single month of the year, because it took about 2 years to do.
Really? Wow.
So we probably did a bit of it during every single month of the year.
Right, okay. Well, I can't wait to hear it. And do you know what? I mean, I can see that you're touring, but I can see that you're not coming anywhere near us, which is a real shame for us.
Hang on. We've only just started, putting the dates together. We're going to be on the road for 1.5 years. So, there's plenty of time. And if anybody wants to book us, we're available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, funerals. We'll even go to a war zone if we're asked.
Will you really?
We would.
Well,
entertain the troops.
Absolutely, why not? So on the 20th of February, you're playing Sticky Mark's Frog Bar in Brighton. The 21st, you're playing the Heavenly Social in London. The 24th of March, the Lexington in London. You are coming relatively close to us, and a wonderful place on the 14th of April, and I think it's a Saturday night. You're playing the Hebden Bridge Trades Club.
We are, yes.
Which I've been there a few times. I played there with the Fall. I saw Nico playing there like early 80s and stuff. But it's a brilliant venue, so I'm going to do everything I can to get there, I assure you. And you've just got one more song to do for us now, haven't you?
Yeah, we're going to do another track from the album, of course.
Yeah.
And it's called Chromium-Plated, We're So Elated.
Fabulous. Go-Kart Mozart live in session. Thank you.
Say hello to all that's real. Walking out in winter, trace my steps back to East End haunts. Steel jail doors can't hold me. Making my way back to you. Overrated, celebrated, estimated, chromium-plated. Making my way with a bag of swag down the side streets of Old Kent Road. Fingers round her neck in a bite-sized crib. There's not a chance of her letting go. He said he wants you. He made it clear every day for 15 years. He said he needs you. He can't explain it, so overrated, celebrated, estimated, chromium-plated. Wagon wheel, the guys are all in drag. They're gonna blow the roof off if they can't locate the track. Overrated, celebrated, estimated, chromium-plated. Making my way the room of the side streets of Old Kent Road. Fingers round her neck in a bite-sized crib. There's not a chance of her letting go. He said he wants you. He made it clear every day for 15 years. He said he needs you. He can't explain it, so overrated, celebrated, estimated, chromium-plated. Wagon wheel, the guys are all in drag. They're gonna blow the roof off if they can't locate the track. Overrated, celebrated, estimated, chromium-plated, lacerated, integrated, desecrated, heavy-weighted, throwing a safe off the river, the gas landing straight on a neighbour's car. Making your escape on the number 38, I don't think it took you too far. It's called a balls up, I saw you hesitate, and now you're sitting in the local nick. It's a bad show, it didn't flow, you didn't flip the switch 'cause you're so thick. So wagon wheel, the guys are all in drag. They're gonna blow the roof off if they can't locate the track. Wagon wheel, the guys are all in drag. They're gonna blow the roof off if they can't locate the track.
What the world has been waiting for, new music from Go-Kart Mozart. That was Chromium-Plated, We're So Elated, and as Lauren said, the album is out on the 23rd of February, and it is called Mozart's Mini Mart.
On his head there was a black hood. He knew that soon he'd die. They stood him on an empty credit, himself to dry. Cut his head off and filmed it for good measure. They showed it on the TV just before the weather. Yeah, they cut his head off and he gurgled as he bled. The top of his orange suit turned a grisly shade of red. Oh yeah, a grisly shade of red. They stood him on an empty crate, a black hood on his head. A black hood on his head. They put a black hood on his head. Oh yeah, a black hood on his head. They put 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 a black hood on his head. 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 A black hood on his head. 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 Black hood on his head.